attorney.
Okay, welcome back. We are recording. I'm sorry. It's if you're watching these as they come out, it's been a while. Like February 11th was the last video posted, and it's currently April. A lot of things happened IRL, and yeah, well, I also had I mostly concentrated on finishing. Whoa, don't play it. Stop. Mostly concentrated on finishing one game, which I was getting close to finishing, and I'm pretty much there now. But we're back. Yeah, before playing, starting to record this video, I basically rewatched the entirety of the last video. Not only because it was so good of a moment, but also to refresh the memories, yeah. And, you know, my theories and what I had thought. Also, thank you for the lovely comment. I don't understand. Don't. I don't understand Cyrillic, but I translated it. I think that's supposed to be Mihail, right? Yeah. Anyways, thank you for the comment. Umineko is a very long 200-hour journey, so it's okay to be tired sometimes. I'm not tired of it, but also 200 hours. You underestimate me. This is gonna take me so much longer than 200 hours. Let's load the game. Yeah, we finished the entirety of that previous chapter in one video, which felt really good, and oh my god. We actually managed to beat Beatrice in at least one board. Whether or not that is like the critical truth or whatever, that didn't matter there. We just managed to prove that it's not a true locked room. There was a way for humans to do it. Okay, let's head back in and see what awaits us in A Suspect chapter. Let me just check that no, not that place. Tips. Nothing there. Duck and onions. Yep, nothing new there. I think I checked these at the end of last video. Yeah. Nothing new here. Okay. And just to check, yeah, everything is working. Sound is coming through. Good. It's been a while since I've recorded this game, so, you know, have to make all the checks. Okay. Sunday, October 5th, 1986, 7:30. Rosa and the rest returned from the chapel to the parlor in the mansion. Such a horrific thing had happened so early in the morning. Yeah. It definitely doesn't help the mood going forward that we start today with this kind of a thing. And Beatrice's last words there, or almost last words about you not believing in magic will destroy you, because you will start suspecting, or you will be forced to say that it's gonna be done by humans, and you will start suspecting your loved ones, and yeah, infighting is never good. Of course, they were high-strung, yeah. Or, of course, they were high-strung, yeah. Oof. Battler and George, who had cried, raged, and let their emotions explode after seeing their parents' tragic bodies, returned to the parlor, sat on the sofas, and let their minds go blank, as though everything up until then had been a lie. Ooh. Yeah. I was thinking, could it obviously that previous scene with basically the tea party mode of Battler conversing with Beatrice, that's so separated from reality. that I shouldn't think about it, take it in any literal sense of happening right then and there. But what if it's actually something like mental battle or is struggling with, like, what if he's being maybe not schizophrenic about it, but what if he's actually manifesting Beatrice in in his thoughts and conversing with her, even though Beatrice is somewhere else doing something else. I don't know. Only Maria was completely unchanged and looked just like normal. No, no, no. She has been changed. She's not cackling right now. Oh, look at her blushing, the little shit. When she wasn't being mischievous, she was basically a kid who played wordlessly by herself. So, even if her mind was blank, she would probably look as she did. But as she turned on the TV and flipped through the channels, it looked as though nothing about her had changed from normal. This is now the second time. Well, maybe it's just a canon event that Maria will like to watch TV or spend her time watching TV. But is there something there that we can extrapolate? Flipping through TV channels. Could that be an analogy for something else? I don't know. Perhaps Rosa had some opinions about this attitude, which was clearly different from normal people. She stared at Maria's back with a gaze that wasn't quite pleasant. Oh, I thought we had kinda come to a reconciliation. Well, not really, but Hey, Kumasawa, nice to see you, finally. Eventually, Kumasawa came to say good morning. Her cheerful manner was clearly out of place, and she couldn't help but be bewildered at the strange atmosphere in the room. Yeah. Then she heard the details from Goda and expressed her shock in a truly noisy manner.
もちろん警察には連絡したんですよね。
I mean, if we could.
こういう時はどうすればいいんでしょう。おお、どうすればいいんでしょう。
落ち着いて聞いてください。
Yeah?
どうも昨夜の落雷で何かの機械がやられたようなのです。それで電話が使えなくなっておりまして。
Right.
じゃあ、台風が過ぎるまで警察にも連絡できないんですか？
Oh, yeah. Maybe Kumasawa's exaggerated surprise was a little comical. I mean, kind of, but you know, it's understandable. But if even our characters find it a little comical, is she acting? You know, I can never get the idea out of my head, because even though we've been shown that Beatrice is doing all sorts of these magical things and is supposedly the one behind all these crimes, supposedly, I still can't ever get the nagging feeling out of the back of my mind that one of these guys is actually still the culprit and Beatrice is just a big ass red herring, and they're just really, really good at acting and you know, pretending like they're heartbroken or whatnot. You know, it wouldn't be the first time we in Higurashi we've seen characters act a certain way when they're actually feeling the other way, or pretend to be very nice when they're not, or yeah. Yeah, like I've made it pretty clear that I am much like in the beginning of Higurashi. I mentioned I was well, I don't have a let's play for it, but in the beginning of Higurashi I was very much on the side of it's the curse. It's not done by humans. It's clearly done by the curse. And here I've been. It's clearly magic. It's clearly being done by Beatrice, but you know, there's a very distinct possibility that it's not just Beatrice or it's not just human. It could very clearly be a combination of both, you know. Rosa giggled in spite of the situation. Well, some levity, I guess. Because of that, the fog of confusion that had covered her head cleared up a little. Yeah. I wonder if now that all of the other adults are gone, if anyone is gonna take up the shotgun. Was that I don't know. Do any of these characters really feel like the type to take up the gun? I mean, honestly. Either of them. Probably Kanon too. Yeah, I don't know. Natsuhi clearly was a big surprise when she pulled up the gun. Was the shotgun her own from her own Sam collection, or was that something readily available?
マリアだけじゃない。ジョージ君もバタロ君も今は私が親代わりなんだからしっかりしなきゃいけない。
Yeah. Rosa had been the youngest sibling with a large difference in age between her and the others. Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna do something with that. Probably not. So, she was always treated as a child. When did we say the grandmother passed again? Like, there's clearly nothing about her in here. Just had an idea that if the grandmother had passed early on, like, and since there is quite an age gap there, like, what if Rosa is a child between Kinzo and Beatrice? But probably not. Every time she learned something new, it was something obvious to her brothers and sister. And she had grown a complex, thinking that she must be incompetent. Yeah, that can happen. So she had formed a passive attitude, asking her brothers and sister for advice every time something happened. But she no longer had any brothers or sisters. Yeah. Now, Rosa was the only one of the four Ushiromiya siblings left. Furthermore, if Kinzo continued to shut himself away even in this extraordinary situation, Rosa would have to surpass this crisis as the representative of the head. Yeah.
私はもう子供じゃない。子供じゃない。
Rosa slapped her knee slightly and stood up. Not cheeks, but knees. She must not wait for orders now, yeah. She had to start moving herself. She picked up the receiver to the extension phone on the side table. Then she immediately remembered that the telephones were out of order. Seems like she's still a bit out of it. Genji and Shannon, who she had sent to see Kinzo, hadn't returned yet. She she had a general guess. He was probably yelling about something nonsensical again, and they were unable to calm him. His important chapel had been defiled with blood. That was easy to imagine. She had planned on using the extension phone to call the study, but with the telephone line dead, there was nothing else for it. Yeah. Rosa decided to go to the study directly with her own 2 feet. Okay. Her whole self would have been so frightened that she wouldn't have been able to go see Kinzo. And, in fact, if she did meet him, she would probably be blamed for something and abused. Kinzo, that's not good. But now wasn't the time to be frightened, no. And, as his true daughter, she had to make him aware of the current situation. Yeah.
熊沢さん、私はお父様のところへ行ってきます。特にジョージ君とバトラ君の2人をお願いします。
Yeah, they are very visibly shaken by the events. I mean, everyone is, but they took it very hard.
きっとだいぶ神経が参ってると思うの。
ええ。それはそうでございましょうとも。
Kumazawa-san's eyes.
本当にお気の毒なことです。何か温かい飲み物でも作ってあげることにいたします。
Okay.
ありがとう。
Arigato. Rosa went out into the hallway and headed towards Kinzo's study. Yeah? The atmosphere in this mansion, which she had spent her younger days in and should have been full of memories, seemed somehow different. Yeah, this place is separated from reality after all. And she began to climb the stairs in the entrance hall. Just then, oh no, she's gonna encounter Beatrice. Oh no! In the gloom down the stairs behind Rosa, something glowed. Oh yeah. Something is glowing there. Oh shit. Never mind. It was a single fluttering gold butterfly. It fluttered around and sparkled. That butterfly quietly danced without a sound. Obviously, no one can hear the sound of a butterfly's wings beating. And then it stopped on Rosa's back as she slowly climbed the stairs. Ooh, Beatrice is listening in. That's scary. Basically bugged Rosa. Oh, yeah, Rosa didn't notice. Okay, is this our first time looking at the stairs from this angle? Okay. I wonder, I guess she would be able to now go through. Okay. I wonder if Kinzo will notice. Or... And to an ignorant observer, it would probably have looked just as though a single sheet of gold leaf in the shape of a butterfly had gotten stuck there. Without noticing, Rosa continued heading to Kinzo's study. Oh, Beatrice is gonna... I have a feeling, that sinking feeling that this moment here will determine Beatrice's victory in this run. Obviously, it's already a lost cause the moment that people started dying, but, you know, we shouldn't still give up and we should still try to solve things.
さーて、次はどう遊ばせてもらおうか。
I don't know. You do you. Ah, did you maybe at least find yourself entertained even though you lost the chess match there?
まだまだ駒はいくらでもある。
Yeah. Okay, Beatrice. Oh, and a big lightning strike. Yeah, might be an important moment. Okay, and we're just fully not gonna focus on that. Beatrice is gonna gain some information by having her butterfly listen in on Kinzo's words, probably. In the parlor, which... Oh, I need to mute my phone, just in case. Thank you, Steam, for telling me that there is a sale. Don't care. Well, I do, but not right now. In the parlor, which had returned to silence, the only sound was that of the TV, which Maria was watching alone. If there was anything audible other than that, it was the sound of the rain, which had continued on and on since last night. Sound of the rain, static of the TV. Yeah. Every one of those people who had viewed that unearthly and horrible scene stayed silent, as though praying that the events of this morning were all a dream. Yeah. Only Kumasawa hadn't seen it and so acted slightly differently. Yeah. I wonder if they told her about how their bellies were filled with candy and... Oof. So she instead found the silence difficult to bear and was fidgety with the desire to cheer everyone up. However, unable to say more than she should, it seemed that she was racking her brains as to how she could be of some use. Yeah. Other than preparing, calming tea, I don't know if there's much you can do. I mean, obviously be there for other people and just hold their hand or something. Let them cry their hearts out to your chest or whatnot. Normally, it would be time for breakfast. However, maybe because something like that had happened, God seemed to have forgotten about preparing a meal. Oof. Yikes. No, maybe everyone was so beaten up that they had forgotten their hunger. Maybe Kumasawa wanted to bring up the subject of what they would do for breakfast, but it didn't seem like the right atmosphere, so she really couldn't. But it was difficult being hungry. Yeah, it certainly doesn't help. So she casually made a proposal.
皆さんもいろいろあってお疲れでしょ。こういう時は温かい紅茶で体を温めるのが一番ですよ。
それはいい提案ですな。
Thank you, Nanjo. Actually, saying that from a doctor's perspective is very helpful,
私も賛成です。
Always love her laugh.
美味しい紅茶にジャムを塗ったビスケットなどいかがですか？そうそう、ハロウィンの時期が近いみたいで、かぼちゃ型の美味しそうなクッキーが棚にありました。
Ooh, wrong choice of words. Oh no.
あ、熊沢さん、それは。
I think they didn't tell her about how the bodies were displayed there. Of course, she had said the wrong thing. because she had reminded Battler and the rest about that horrible and tragic Halloween party in the chapel. Yeah. Nanjo hurriedly whispered into Kumasawa's ear. Oof. But it is true that you guys need to eat. Keep your energy levels up.
バトラさん、本当にすみません。悪気はなかったんですよ。
いや、気にしてねえぜ。
Okay.
この煮えくり返るような怒りは、絶対犯人にお返ししてやるぜ。
At least he's staying strong.
その犯人は、まだこの島にいるのかな？
Most certainly. Well, I guess that is a fair question. Even though there is a typhoon, what if the actual culprit had already gone off? When we get more closer to the end of this episode 2, I'll start making guesses as if who else could be the actual culprit besides Beatrice. You know, I want to entertain the idea that it's not just either or, it could be both.
いるだろうな。何しろ、台風が過ぎるまで船は来ないんだ。
Yeah. I mean, and it wouldn't make much of a game if the culprit had immediately left. Unless maybe the later episodes will realize that the culprit has actually left the island and the game shifts away from here and we go to the mainland. Probably not.
そうですとも。船はちょっとの風でも欠航しますからね。ましてや台風では絶対に船になんか乗れませんよ。
気持ち悪いな。
Yeah. Oh, and his eyes are no longer clouded.
兄貴もそう思うのか。俺もだぜ。犯人が例の謎の来客かどうかは捨ておいてもだ。
Okay, I mean... Stupefaction. Or stupefaction? I don't know. I love this pose of Beatrice. So good. I love the Zeta Ryoki there. And of course the smug face. It's everything.
私たちはついついベアトリーチェを名乗る謎の来客を怪しがってしまいますが、まだ犯人と決まったわけではありません。
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Suspect that it's one of the relatives? Obviously, for the inheritance money, yeah, there's always that motive, but you know.
彼女がまだ死体の出ていない犠牲者である可能性も残っている。
Well, as far as I know, not really the case, but...
それを考えると、どうしても理解できないことがあるんだ。
Yeah?
それはどういうことでしょうか。
簡単さ。さっき熊沢のばあちゃんの言った通りだよ。
Okay.
この島は今台風の真っ只中で脱出不能だ。
Yeah?
それは犯人だって同じさ。
Oh, right.
なら犯人にとって犯行発覚は可能なら最も避けたいことのはずだ。
そうですね。礼拝堂の入り口にあんな不気味な魔法陣を書いて、ここに死体がありますなどとアピールする必要はありませんね。
Yeah.
そうさ。そういうことなんだ。さらに言えば、あの6人にあんなむごたらしいことをするだけの手間をかけられたなら、6人の死体を発見不能な場所に隠すことだって可能だったはず。
Yeah, if they are able and willing to mutilate the corpses, why not just chop them into so small pieces that you can't really tell that they are corpses? Yeah. Or, dispose of them in some other way.
同感だね。あの残酷なハロウィンパーティーは多分、死んだ人たちに向けられたものじゃない。
Yeah, it was clearly made to be a spectacle.
やがて発見する僕たちへ向けたものなんだよ。魔法陣はそのためのアピールだと言い切れるだろうね。
犯人はこの島からしばらく逃げられないことを知っている。にもかかわらず、台風の真っ最中に死体を見つけさせたいような真似をした。こりゃどういうことなんだ。俺が犯人だったなら、死体を見つけさせるような真似は絶対にしないんだが。
Yeah.
ベアトリーチェ様はお部屋におられませんでした。特に部屋が荒らされていた様子もありませんし。
Yeah, well, she's going about her business in butterfly form, occasionally materializing.
ああ、いえ、お嬢様がだいぶ荒らしてしまいましたが。
そういや、ジェシカは
？I don't know if we want to discuss that right now.
カノンさんが様子を見てくれています。
Oh God, if only you knew. I mean, maybe they're still alive. Probably not, but maybe.
多分、お嬢様のお部屋におられるでしょう。
よくないね。
Yeah. Not being together when there's already been a case of multiple murders.
犯人は間違いなく、まだこの島にいる。
Yeah.
今の状況下で、少人数で孤立することは、それほどいいことだとは思わない。
それはどういう意味ですか？まさか、犯人は私たち全員を殺すつもりだとおっしゃるんですか？
I mean, if there has been more than one murder, that's a reasonable guess. I love her VA so much, the noises she makes.
落ち着きましょう。まだそうと決まったわけではありません。
ところが悔しいことに、その可能性も否定できねえんだよな。
The random battler laughs.
この手紙が礼拝堂にあった。これによるならば、犯人は魔女様で、じい様の碑文の謎を解いて黄金を見つけなきゃ、一族老頭皆殺しにする。みたいなことを言っている。
Yep. Also, I don't think I've ever noticed this until now. Is that a fucking dent in his head, or is that a single strand of hair? What is going on there, Nanjo? Is your forehead actually protruding upwards? Or is that like a dent like gamers would have when they are wearing headset, so their one part of their skull is kinda inwards?
それは本当ですか？
Yeah?
私にも読ませていただいてよろしいですか？
Go ahead. Yeah. As they read the witch's letter, Goda, Kumasawa, and Danjo's faces grew even paler than they had been. Kumasawa could no longer hide her shaking.
死にたくなかったら、じい様の隠し黄金を見つけてみろか。ふざけやがって。てめえじゃ解けない謎だから、俺たちに解かせようって腹に決まってるぜ。
I wonder if that is the case. I mean, obviously, Beatrice seemingly can invite people to the Golden Land, but whether the gold is actually there or it's hidden somewhere else by Kinzo? That's a different question. Maybe I guess this letter isn't confirmed to be from Beatrice. It could be the, some other culprit who murdered these people,
しかし、実際のところはどうなんでしょう。奥様は常々、黄金伝説は親方様が作られた幻想に過ぎないと言い切られておりました。本当に実在するものなのかは怪しいところですよ。
I mean, even if it is, like, it most likely isn't a fantasy. It most likely is real, true, and exists in some sense or another. But if we entertain the idea that it is a fantasy created by Kinzo, then I wonder if it would still be solvable if Kinzo thought up a solution, ending, goal, whatever, to this fake riddle. So maybe we don't need to find the gold, maybe we just need to solve the riddle.
そうですな。あったらいいなとは思いつつ、半信半疑だったはずです。親族の皆さんが黄金伝説を信じ始めたのは、金蔵さんが健康を崩して遺産問題が浮上してからです。
Yeah.
それまでは信じている人はほとんどいなかったと思います。
As far as we know, yeah. Other than Maria and, yeah. Well, I guess Kraus too, since, he has one bar.
そうか、それでかな。覚えてるかい？
Remember, huh?
礼拝堂のテーブルの上。
Oh, right.
黄金のインゴットが3つあったね。あれだけでも相当の価値があるよ。あれはまさに黄金伝説は実在することを証明してるんじゃないかな。
Seemingly, yeah, but it could be something else.
お待ちください。今、黄金が3つとおっしゃいましたか？
Do you have some extra knowledge?
ああ、確かに3つが積み上げてあったぜ。それが何だってんだ？
私、旦那様がお話になっているのを聞いたことがあるんです。
Okay, Kumasawa. The ever so persistent listener managed to overhear.
ええ、聞いただけでございますよ。別にこっそりお話に聞き耳を立てていたわけではございませんとも。
Gracious, no. I like how they're translating gracious, good gracious as yeah, most surely you weren't listening in, hiding purposefully. I wonder if she has extra knowledge that will come in handy, much like this here, seemingly, things she has overheard.
今は気にしないぜ。
Yeah.
それで何だってんだ？金塊が3つじゃ何かまずいってのか？
Well, Kraus may have had some insight.
旦那様がおっしゃるには、黄金伝説を裏付ける黄金は一つしか見つかっていないのだそうです。
そうでしたな。
Oh, you knew about it as well.
確か金蔵さんがマルソーの会長さんに黄金の山を見せて、その一本を持ち帰らせたというような話だったはずです。
Okay, and now that it has always been shown that only one of them is tangible and physical and real, but now we have 3 more, or at least 3 in total. Maybe that one of them is that one bar. Okay. President of Maruso.
その一つをですね、旦那様はお持ちになられていたのです。そしてこうもおっしゃっておりました。 親方様の黄金伝説を裏付ける黄金は、これ一つしかないとも。
Yeah, but now...
旦那様って、クラウスおじさんの話だよな。ってことはなんだ？じゃなくて、3つ？
Yup.
おいおい、どこから出てきたんだよ。多すぎるぜ。
こうは考えられませんか。
Yeah?
他の親族の方もそれぞれ見つけておられて、それを一つずつ持ち寄られたとか。
That's a good line of thought that I hadn't even considered. Maybe?
いや、私はそうは思いません。
Please keep an open mind about this, Goda. It's a mystery. Okay, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, it was hard enough for Kraus to do everything in his power to just obtain that one, so how would the others have gotten one each too?
親族の皆さんがお屋敷に来られた時、私は皆さんのお荷物を預からせてもらっています。
I see. Well, I mean, that doesn't necessarily prove stuff, you know. They could have hid the gold in other rooms that were locked, much like Kraus had.
その時、不審な重さは感じませんでした。
あれは10キロくらいはあったと思う。そんな重さが荷物に入っていたら僕だって気づくよ。
Sure.
でもそんな雰囲気はなかった。
うちも同じだぜ。せいぜい着替えと常備薬、キリエさんの化粧道具。
Okay.
そんなもんだったと思う。ローザおばさんの荷物も軽そうに見えたぜ。
となると、その3つ積まれた金塊は彼らあるいは僕らに示されたものということになるね。
Yeah, it's to give more credence and belief into the idea of the gold existing.
黄金伝説は間違いなく存在する。幻想なんかじゃない。それを暴いてみろと。
それの隠し場所を示したあの碑文を私たちに解かせて横取りしようという魂胆でしょうか。
Yeah, very likely. Obviously. Well, yeah, I guess it has been said that Beatrice does want to get the gold back, but you know, it doesn't necessarily need to be from Beatrice, although it most likely is.
確かに、それが一番筋が通る。
Yeah, but overall, someone wants the riddle to be solved and, yeah, wanted to prove that it is real.
しかし、腑に落ちない点もいくつかあるぜ。
But if it is, are those 3 gold bars part of the entire gold set? If so, how did they come into possession of all of them? And would they not already have access to all of the gold? What would be the point of solving the riddle then if they already have the access to all of the gold? Is there a reason to solve it? Does solving the riddle specifically do something? I mean, maybe solving the riddle opens the land to the gold. No, I think that was more regarding just believing in Beatrice and opening up to her, you know? But maybe, I don't know. Maybe solving the riddle does actually do something tangible.
なぜ碑文を一番解けそうな人物である親たちが真っ先に殺されてる。これはいきなり矛盾があるように思う。そしてここがもっと腑に落ちない。黄金伝説は実在するって言ってどうして黄金が積めるんだ。
Yup. That is the big question. Obviously, there is one person who could have prepared the gold. Well, all of our people are supposedly high society, so they could have had the money, but no, it was deliberately said that every one of us is kinda in debt right now. So the only one who would have realistically had the money is Kinzo. So he could have prepared that, you know. Well, There is one other person who has had money. You know, they've been saving up. They even bought a ring recently. Our good boy George. But I don't think so. I don't think so.
まるで犯人はもう自分だけは黄金を見つけていて
Yeah?
お前らも見つけてみろって言ってるみたいに見えるじゃないか
Yeah, there's a bit of a questioning of the motives, like, why do you want us to solve the riddle? Does it do something? Do you just want to gloat? Do you actually have access to the gold? Or was that just some extra you somehow scraped by?
犯人もクラウスおじさんのようにその3本を手に入れ黄金伝説を確信し
I mean, maybe.
残りを僕らに探させようとしている、と考えるのが一番しっくりくるね。
Now that I thought about who would have had the money to get 3 gold ingots weighing 10 kilos with 99.9 purity, which is probably unheard of anyways. Yeah, now that I thought about George actually probably having the money, I'm becoming more conscious of him. Like, what's up with his glasses sometimes being clouded and sometimes not. Obviously, it's, you know, maybe I shouldn't read into that at all. It's just a character art quirk, you know, to emphasize him thinking or doing something, you know. It's not uncommon for glasses characters to have their eyes covered like that or obscured. Think, Battler, think.
チェス盤に駒がちっとも並ばねえ犯人が何を企んでいて何をしたいのか何をさせたいのかがさっぱりだ
Well, from Beatrice's point of view, entertainment and, well, yeah, wanting to solve them. Or wanting to get back the goal, so challenging us to solve it, but not being able to solve it.
無駄なのか
No? Question mark?
何を考えても今の時点では
Thinking about anything at this point in time is pointless. I wouldn't say so. Obviously, we might not have all the necessary information to do the solve yet for the grand game. But I don't think it's useless or pointless. Okay, Maria.
書いてあるよ。
What's written down?
何をさせたいかは。
Yeah?
みんなは文字読めないのかな
Damn, last time she berated Battler for not learning English, and now just reading. Maria suddenly laughed in a creepy voice. I'd thought she'd been concentrating on the TV, but she'd been listening in too, apparently. As she remained facing the TV, she very simply told us what we were forgetting.
ベアトリーチェは黄金が欲しいなんて一言も言ってないよ。ベアトリーチェは碑文の謎をみんなが解けるか解けないか、それしか聞いてないんだよ。
Yeah?
どうせ無理だろうって思ってるに違いないけどね。
マリアにはそれが解けるってのか
Ooh, that's a good question.
知らない。
What do you mean?
だってマリアは黄金鏡へ連れてってもらうんだもん。
Uh-huh.
ベアトリーチェの邪魔なんかしないよ。あ、痛い。
Deserved.
どうやらこれ以上を知るには、マリアに話を聞くほかないようだな。
Yeah, I think I should emphasize, since I said it last time too, when Battler hit her multiple times, I do not condone domestic violence or violence towards anyone, let alone children. But like, deserved, Maria, deserved.
マリア、聞かせてもらうぜ。ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ？何を企んでるんだ？
The laughs in this game are gonna be the death of me.
ベアトリーチェはね、魔女なの。不思議な力で何でもできる。
Yes, sir.
魔法の力で何でもできる。黄金も生み出せるし、パンも生み出せる。
Ah, yes, bread.
もちろんお菓子だって生み出せるよ。見たでしょ
Okay. Power went out. That's not good. Uh-oh. The next time power comes on, somebody is going to be missing or dead. Oh no. Probably not. We'll see. At that time, everyone jumped at the sound of a door being closed forcefully. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Not power going out. Okay, just to emphasize this moment. We turned around to find that at some point, Rosa had returned, bringing Genji and Shannon. Then she rapidly approached Maria, her heels clacking, and hit her sharply on the cheek. Why?
そんな話はやめなさい。
I mean, okay.
バトラ君たちが気を悪くするでしょ。
Yeah, it is in bad taste. Oof. Without waiting for a response, she slapped Maria's cheek once more. Like, this game does so much abuse. Oh my god. Everyone could only stand there, shocked.
ではわからないわよ。はいわ。
She mercilessly slapped Maria's cheek again. Maybe she didn't feel like resisting after being hit twice. Maria weakly said yes.
ローザさん、そこまでひどくすることはない。
Yeah, but she is very tense right now. It still doesn't excuse it. I do agree, yeah.
娘に対する教育です。
Then again, back in the 80s, it was more common to get physical, so, you know. Times were different.
口は挟まないでいただきます。
The atmosphere around Rosa, with Genji and Shannon in tow, was somehow cold and yet dignified. Okay, Rosa, what did you learn when going to talk to them? Completely different from how she seemed before she left. Yeah. We saw that Auntie Rosa was holding something that looked like a gun. Okay. She went and took it. Okay. I couldn't imagine that she would have brought back a toy in this situation. Oh, Battler.
ローザおばさん、それは。
Show me the shotgun. Okay.
お父様のものです。このような事態ですので、特別に借りてきました。みんなだって分かってるはず。犯人はまだ近くにいるのですから、何があるか分からない。
同感です。犯人が何を企んでいるかを探るよりも、僕たちは身の安全を先に考えた方がいいかもしれない。
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't give in to paranoia. I mean, last time it didn't really, as far as I understood. Well, it kinda did, but it wasn't the main point, you know. We did point the gun at people and tell them to go elsewhere, but, you know. And that kinda ended in a tragedy for them, but it wasn't really the main point. So yeah, the gun did create friction and will probably this time too create friction, but...
お父様はご無事でしたが、突然の出来事に多少取り乱していました。
Okay.
幸いにも部屋からは出ないと言っていますので安全でしょう。
I'm afraid you, Rosa, unwittingly have given Beatrice the in to the room. I'm pretty sure she left her golden butterfly there and can now manifest there. Oh boy. Could the golden butterflies be a metaphor for something tangible and real and not non-magical? Like some kind of bomb? I don't know. A fast-acting poison? Time-delayed poison, maybe? I don't know.
あと、私たちは極力同じ場所に集まるべきです。
Okay.
同感だぜ。相手がどこに潜んでいるのかもわからねえし。何しろ、一人という保証もねえんだ。
Okay, good point, good point. Yeah, I still don't want to relinquish the idea that it could be multiple of the servants we know work in this mansion but aren't here today, you know. Supposedly. Oh. I shivered at the words that had come out of my own mouth. Yeah. By saying that, even if you don't want to suspect your own family, that immediately, voicing these lines, immediately does bring up the idea. Wait, are you all in on it? That's right. Could a single person kill 6 people and create such a horrible scene all alone? I mean, we'll see, we'll see. I think it is possible, but, you know, tough to do for an amateur. Isn't it natural to assume that this crime was carried out by multiple culprits?
ローザさんに同感です。私たちは一ところに集まるのがいいでしょうな。
ええ、私もそれが良いと思いますよ。
Yeah.
お嬢様たちももうそろそろこちらへお呼びした方がいいかもしれません。
そうだね。
Yeah.
もう降りてきてもらおう。
George Aniki made to grab the extension phone, but Goda-san shook his head. Oh, right, we can't use phones right now. Yeah. Who were the ones, if we're going on along with the line so far, there are multiple culprits. Who were the characters that were pushed out of the Kinzo's study in episode 1 by Natsuhi shoving the gun at their face? It was Maria. It was Kumasawa. It wasn't Jessica, no, because these 3 were alive. And you were alive. It was Maria. It was Kumasawa. Goda? Genji and no, Goda died earlier. Genji, yeah. And Nanjo, question mark? I think so, yeah. I think these 4. So, within these 4, what if one of them is not maybe the culprit, but part of the culprits? Obviously, we can probably discount Maria as she wasn't really... Well, she was the only survivor there, but you know, what if she wasn't... She has said that she's not interested in playing against Beatrice, so if we discount Maria, one of these three... I mean, all of them can be sus in their own right, you know. A doctor is always suspicious in murder games. The cold-faced butler, and then the rumor machine. I could see all of them having like some insane mentality where they would be a part of a syndicate, and which well, syndicate is a strong word. They would be a part of a group where they would first kill the other two. Let's just assume Kumasawa. They would kill the other two in the living room in episode 1 and then kill themselves afterwards, you know. That would be a bit lunatic and require an absurd mental to do so, but, you know. Is any of them particularly religious or something? I mean, Genji is like obviously with Kinzo and, you know, probably believes in Beatrice, or, you know, has seen Beatrice, whatever. There's that. But Kumasawa does seem, out of the three of them, the most, you know, like it says here, shrewd and competent. Yeah, I could see Kumasawa having like some secret background she's not telling us.
俺と何人かで行ってこよう。
Okay.
ジョージの兄貴にゴーダさんも来てくれれば十分だろ。
Yeah.
いいえ。
Oh.
みんなで一緒に行きましょう。
Okay, fair point, fair point.
狼と羊のパズルなのよ。
Oh. I don't think I've heard that before. Also, there was a sound cue. Maybe that's important. Should I look it up or will they explain?
私たちがここに揃い安定しているならこの状態が一番安全。
Is wolves and sheep puzzle like together many strong? I don't know.
狼と羊のパズル？
Please explain, yeah.
おお、マリア持ってるよ。見せてあげる。
Okay, you have a book about it, or?
マリア、テレビを消しなさい。
Oh.
ゲンジさん、ジェシカちゃんの部屋を教えてください。みんなで行きましょう。
Okay.
はい。ご案内いたします。
ご案内いたします。
さあみんな。
Just casually holding the gun.
一緒に行動するわよ。私の指示に従って。
We stood up. Maria alone looked like she had some lingering attachment to the TV, but she went along with everyone for now and got up.
シャノン、よかった。戻りが遅いから少し心配してたよ。
I think you two, well, I was gonna say maybe you two will need to worry about the two who are close, but that part of the riddle, but I think that might have gone to Kanon and Jessica.
ご心配をおかけしました。親方様より筆行のご命令があったもので。
筆行？
Okay.
シャノン。
すみません。失礼。
Oh, sorry. Cut her voice accidentally. We headed for Jessica's room, led by Genji-san and Auntie Rosa, holding the gun. Jessica and Kanon-kun are a girl and a boy of about the same age. That would sure be a shame if we walked in on them at a bad time, is what I would have joked about normally, I'm sure. Yeah. At death's door. Ooh. I wonder, I think I should cut the video here. Even though we're kinda in the middle of something, and I don't know, but I feel like there's an emotional scene coming up soon of them finding their bodies dead, and I'm not mentally prepared right now for that. I need to take a break and eat, and you know. I don't like normally doing cuts between, or like stopping the video at an awkward point, but you know, this is kind of a scene change. Not really, but we switched rooms and we're kind of in the middle of moving somewhere else, so I think it's fine. Fine-ish. Yeah, I think we're gonna stop here. It is what it is. Boom. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, kind of an interim video this time, but you know, we gathered everyone and we're moving together, and this is gonna surprisingly mirror well, maybe not surprisingly mirror what happened in episode 1 where we initially found the corpses of 6, and now we are gonna go find the corpses, most likely corpses, of the 2 who got close. Last time it was Ava and Hideyoshi, and this time it's gonna be Jessica and Kanon. So then it would, after that it would be one death, which was last time Kanon, and followed by Kinzo, I guess, at the same time. Well, first Kinzo, then Kanon, yeah. So those 2, and then the rest in one go, I guess. Ooh, let's see if those deaths overall just match what happened in episode 1, or if we are gonna differ. Yeah. Kind of a somber video this time, you know. Everyone was on the edge and just coming to terms with the situation. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, anyways, let's leave it here. Patreon, early access up to 2 weeks. Links down in the description. Cool. See ya.